What if the most emotionally loaded match of FIFA 2026's first week isn't Argentina versus Algeria or USA versus Paraguay, but Belgium versus Egypt in Seattle? Here's why. Today, June 15th, 2026, is Mohamed Salah's 34th birthday, and he is celebrating it by walking out onto a World Cup pitch for what could be his final major tournament match. Egypt have never reached the knockout stages of a World Cup. Never. In 1934, 1990, 2018, they went out at the group stage every single time. Salah is 34 years old. This is almost certainly his last chance to change that history. On the other side, Kevin De Bruyne, Belgium's greatest ever player, a man who has spent 12 years as one of the best midfielders in world football and has nothing to show for it at international level. No Euros, no World Cup, a third-place finish in 2018 that feels like a lifetime ago. This is De Bruyne's last World Cup, his final act on the biggest stage. Two legends, two farewell stories, one match, but here's what makes it even more dramatic. Belgium beat Tunisia 5-0 in their last warm-up. Egypt lost to Brazil 2-1 and Serbia 1-0 in theirs and theirs. The momentum couldn't be more different. And yet, Egypt have actually beaten Belgium 3 times in their history. Belgium have only beaten Egypt once. This is not a formality. Belgium arrive in Seattle with a squad that blends their famous golden generation with an exciting new wave of talent, and under coach Rudy Garcia, who replaced Roberto Martinez in 2024, they look sharper, more direct, and more dangerous than they have in years. The spine is exceptional. Thibaut Courtois in goal. Despite a minor knee concern, he is fit and starts. Amadou Onana and Youri Tielemans anchor the midfield with physicality and quality. And then there's Kevin De Bruyne, operating in the advanced playmaker role, drifting into half spaces, spraying diagonal passes, arriving late into the box. At 35, De Bruyne is still one of the most complete midfielders in the world. The wide players are sensational. Jeremy Doku of Manchester City, arguably the most direct, explosive winger in European football right now. His ability to take on defenders in one-on-one situations and beat them with pure pace is terrifying. Leandro Trossard of Arsenal provides creativity and an eye for goal from the left. Up front, Romelu Lukaku leads the line. His club form at Napoli has been inconsistent. 13 league goals in a stop-start season, but Lukaku for Belgium is a different animal. Big tournaments bring out the best in him. He is physical, powerful, and clinical when the moment matters. Belgium topped their qualifying group with 18 points from 8 games, scoring 29 goals and conceding just 7. They beat Tunisia 5-0 in their final warm-up. They are ready. Let's talk about Kevin De Bruyne, because this story deserves its own scene. For over a decade, De Bruyne has been considered one of the 2 or 3 best midfielders on the planet. His vision, his passing range, his ability to control the tempo of a match from the center of the pitch, these are qualities that have won him the Premier League multiple times, made him a Champions League winner, and earned him the respect of every coach and player in world football. But at international level, nothing. A third-place finish in 2018 remains Belgium's only major achievement of the De Bruyne era. At Euro 2020, Belgium lost to Italy in the quarter-finals. At Qatar 2022, Belgium went out in the group stage, a humiliating exit that shook the entire footballing nation. Now, at 35 years old, De Bruyne has one more shot, one more tournament, one more chance to finally deliver the moment that Belgian football has been waiting for since 1986. There is something beautifully urgent about watching a great player in their final tournament. Every touch carries more weight, every pass feels more meaningful. And against Egypt, the perfect opponent to open with, De Bruyne will be desperate to announce that Belgium's moment has finally arrived. Now let's talk about Egypt, because they are not here simply to make up the numbers. Mohamed Salah turns 34 today. He needs just 3 more goals to become Egypt's all-time leading international scorer with 70 goals. But more than records, what Salah wants, what he has always wanted, is to lead Egypt beyond the group stage of a World Cup for the first time in history. The Pharaohs arrive with real quality around their captain. Omar Marmoush of Manchester City, one of the breakout stars of the 2025-26 Premier League season with over 20 goals, provides the second creative outlet that Egypt have never had before. When Salah draws defenders, Marmoush exploits the spaces left behind. This combination is genuinely dangerous. However, Salah is not fully fit. Reports indicate he has been managing a hamstring issue and is not at 100%. He is expected to start, but Egypt's medical team will be managing his minutes carefully. If Salah is not at full capacity, Egypt's attacking options thin considerably. Egypt have defeated Belgium 3 times historically, including a famous 2-1 win in the 1990 World Cup. That precedent is real. The psychological weight of facing Egypt is something Belgium cannot ignore. Here's the historical fact that makes this Group G fascinating. Egypt have beaten Belgium 3 times. Belgium have only beaten Egypt once. Their head-to-head record heavily favors Egypt, and yet Belgium arrive as enormous favorites. In 1990, Egypt held the Netherlands to a draw and beat Belgium 2-1. An extraordinary achievement from a team that was supposed to be a pushover. The parallels to 2026 are striking. Egypt as the underdog. Egypt under coach Hossam Hassan will set up in a 4-4-2 defensive block. They will sit deep, invite Belgium to play in front of them, and look to spring Salah and Marmoush on the counter. If Belgium's fullbacks both push high, which they will, the space in behind becomes a launching pad for Egypt's counterattacks. Belgium's golden generation has consistently underperformed in exactly these situations, against compact, organized, counter-attacking teams. 3 battles that decide this match. Battle 1, Jeremy Doku versus Egypt's right-back. Doku is the most explosive winger Belgium have had in a generation. His one-on-one dribbling at pace is almost impossible to defend. Egypt's right-back, whoever starts, will face the most terrifying 60 minutes of their footballing life. If Egypt double-team Doku, space is open elsewhere. If they don't, Doku destroys them. Battle 2, Mohamed Salah versus Belgium's left side. Even at 34 and not fully fit, Salah is Salah. His movement, his positioning, his ability to find space in the most compact defenses, these are instincts that never leave. Belgium's left-back must be disciplined, compact, and ready for Salah's diagonal runs. One lapse in concentration and Egypt have a moment. Battle 3, Kevin De Bruyne versus Egypt's midfield double pivot. Hamdi Fathi and Mohamed Lashin anchor Egypt's midfield, and their job is simple. Don't let De Bruyne turn. Don't let him find space on the half turn. Crowd him. Press him. If they can stop De Bruyne from finding his rhythm, Belgium lose their most dangerous creative outlet. But De Bruyne has spent his career solving exactly this problem. Belgium's plan, high press in the first 20 minutes to force Egypt errors. Doku wide right creating chaos. Trossard cutting inside from the left. De Bruyne finding the pockets between Egypt's lines. Lukaku as the physical focal point. Egypt's plan, deep 4-4-2 block. Absorb pressure. Win the ball high up the pitch through Salah's pressing. Counter immediately through Salah and Marmoush with direct balls over Belgium's defensive line. The key period, the first 30 minutes. Belgium will come out with intensity and look to score early, silence the Egyptian fans in Seattle, and make Egypt chase the game. If they score early, Egypt must come out, and that's when Doku becomes truly lethal with space to run into. But if Egypt can survive until halftime at 0-0, the belief in that dressing room will be extraordinary. And a fresh-legged Salah in the second half is always dangerous. The X factor, it's Salah's birthday. This sounds sentimental. It's not. Here's why it matters tactically. Mohamed Salah has publicly said this is almost certainly his final major international tournament. He is 34 today. He is managing a hamstring concern. And he is carrying the hopes of 104 million Egyptians who have never seen their team reach a World Cup knockout round. That combination, age, fitness concerns, national expectation, personal legacy, either breaks a player or elevates them to something extraordinary. In football, we have seen moments of birthday match magic. Rivaldo at the 2002 World Cup, Zlatan in the Euros. Players who find something extra when the occasion calls for it. If Salah scores today, on his 34th birthday, at his final World Cup, against one of Europe's greatest sides, it will be one of the most iconic moments in World Cup history. Every neutral watching this match in Seattle will be on his side. Belgium need to be aware the crowd, the occasion, and the emotion can turn a tight match very quickly. My prediction, Belgium 2, Egypt 1. Belgium's quality, Doku's explosiveness, De Bruyne's vision, Lukaku's physicality, is simply too much for Egypt to contain for 90 minutes. Belgium will open the scoring in the first half through a De Bruyne-assisted Lukaku finish. Doku will make Egypt's right side look helpless before delivering a second goal assist in the second half. But Salah will score on his birthday. Egypt's first World Cup goal since 2018, a moment of individual brilliance that briefly makes the entire stadium believe. And for 15 minutes, the match is alive. Belgium hold on. De Bruyne sees out the match with composure and class. Belgium 2, Egypt 1. Belgium start their final Golden Generation campaign with a statement, and Salah scores on his birthday to ensure Egypt leave with belief.